Vikings escape with win despite Sam Darnold's 3 interceptions against Jaguars. Well, Vikings fans, it wasn't pretty, but it's a win. Sam Darnold had a rough day at the office in Minnesota's 12-7 victory over the Jacksonville Jaguars. In a game that featured 3 interceptions from Darnold, the Vikings still managed to scrape by. Call it a survival of the fittest type of performance. Let's start with the basics. Sam Darnold, who's been having a solid career revival with the Vikings this season, decided to show a bit of his old self on Sunday. And by old self, we mean the turnover-prone Sam Darnold we saw with the Jets and Panthers. Not the guy who had been completing 69.5% of his passes and leading the Vikings to a 7-2 record before this game. Darnold threw 3 interceptions, all in critical moments. The first came in the first quarter with the Vikings trailing 7-0. Darnold tried to thread a pass to Justin Jefferson, because, obviously, when in doubt, throw to Jefferson, but it was deflected by cornerback Tyson Campbell and snatched up by linebacker Foyesade Oluokun. That pick ended a drive that had already made it into field goal range. Oops. His second interception came in the second quarter, with the Vikings trailing 7-3. On a 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line, Darnold aimed for Jefferson in the end zone, but instead of hitting his star receiver, he hit cornerback Montaric Brown, who easily intercepted the underthrown pass. No pressure, no excuses, just a bad decision. And then, his third interception, just to really drive the point home, happened on another end zone attempt. This time in the third quarter. Darnold, once again targeting Jefferson, was intercepted by safety Darnell Savage at the goal line. That one definitely killed any chance of a Vikings touchdown. To be fair, Darnold had been very solid for the Vikings in the previous 8 games, completing nearly 70% of his passes and throwing for 17 touchdowns with just 7 interceptions. But on Sunday, he couldn't quite shake off the demons of his past, looking like the same turnover machine that haunted him in New York and Carolina. Luckily for Darnold, his defense, and a lot of missed opportunities by the Jaguars, came to the rescue. Despite Darnold's miscues, the Vikings finished the game with a whopping 27 first downs to Jacksonville's 10. But here's the kicker, again. Pun intended. The Vikings didn't score a single touchdown all game. They got close, 5 trips to the red zone, but field goals were the name of the game. For Jacksonville, the situation wasn't much better. They were forced to play backup quarterback Mac Jones, and despite picking off Darnold twice, they just couldn't capitalize on the turnovers. With only 2 interceptions on the season before this game, the Jaguars' defense clearly wasn't built to make a run with the ball, and they left too many points on the field. In the end, the Vikings held on for the 12-7 victory. But Sam Darnold will definitely want to clean up those turnovers before the next game. Maybe he can spend the week getting some advice from Justin Jefferson about how not to throw it to the other team.